Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Speed Gaming. We're here today with an exciting Dash Mystery Tournament match between Crazed Gamer and Vibrant Colors. I'm joined by Nerdvana Gaming. How you doing, bud?
I am doing well. How are you today?
And it looks like we are off.
Almost in good sync to
Okay,
get started here
so
too.
Nerdvana, do you want to tell us a little bit about these settings?
So these settings can offer a little bit of a variety for the different runners. It's completely mystery. So with the mystery settings, you can end up having different boss orientations. You can even end up with vanilla bosses. Items can be shifted around into a variety of different positions. It can be major, minor. It could be chozo, or they can just be complete switch. It just depends on the present settings as we see them as they're going in. We'll get an answer before too long as they head through these rooms, what we're going to be expecting. We won't really know much about the bosses until we see the first portal transitions or may run into a boss room. But with the different settings, you can actually end up having a repeat of certain bosses, such as you can have a double Ridley, if the mystery orientation is correct, because that could be your surprise boss.
Yep, that's correct. And with Morph Ball down here at the pedestal, we officially know nothing. So Vibrant Cobblers choosing to go up the top, and then Crazy Gamer using the Morph Ball as intended going down. And let's see over here at Alpha Missiles.
And we get
Okay.
supers to start us off, so we're getting our first ammo packs out of the way early.
Yeah, supers are definitely an early sight you want to see, but it's not quite power bombs. That's really the dream that you want to get early, just so you can potentially go ahead and check meme route. Now, with this being a mystery, though, since you don't know if it's area, there is only a 2/3 chance of that being. Ooh, and with that in the ceiling, I think we're officially in Chozo. But as I was saying, because that is a 2/3 chance, it is a little bit riskier to go ahead and try to check that meme route portal, especially with no E-tanks. We're running on, you can take one hit from the side hoppers and that's it. Otherwise, it's instant death. So going there and then turning back, definitely a little bit more difficult. And we can see, based off of that, Crazed Gamer is going ahead and trying to refill some of the health there, where Vibrant is just going straight there to see if this is going to be an area rando or not.
A second super pack to get us going here, so very good ammo to get started off.
Okay, Vibrant's going to have to be really careful here, though, because these side hoppers, they do 90 damage. Yeah, see,
Oh,
that's it. Instant death. You can't play around when you get in there. It's pretty savage. But, it's 245 in, not too much of a loss. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, a
a lot of
missile or a super and then one little hit. Boom. And we do have area rando. And where's this take us? Oh, that is the optimal transition. Do not pause. Go straight down. This could not be any better.
he might have
But
been
like,
pausing because he was considering checking the other transitions, but yeah, this is definitely a good start.
I mean, it's pretty easy to go back if you end up missing it. But like, especially it's like in a Chozo seed, like you want to end up, Green Bryn. It's like all the enemies do minimal damage. There's a fair amount of majors in here, and you get like a bunch of minors along the way. And minors in this case, as we're seeing now, includes E-tanks, which are just not really not in the same way in the actual item pool in a Chozo. So going ahead and building up here is, pretty optimal. Like this is, you're considering Coteria has 5 portals total. You're gonna go around and get back to those, like, at some point. Like clearing this out is definitely like, yeah, this is what you want over checking the other portals, I think.
Now, an early X-ray find that can be kind of a little bit daunting if it ends up being a required item for some skills later on. If you end up having to do an X-ray clip through a door, through the floor, etc., it might prove as an additional challenge for the runners later.
Yeah, I don't think any X-ray clips are included in anything that's like logical. I mean, whether that can be used or not, that's like a different story. But it's definitely not like a logical requirement. So Crazed Gamer's gonna go ahead and head down, and then yeah, skipping Edakuns. I definitely like seeing this since we're in a Chozo. Those are definitely two out of the way miners that you probably don't want to get. You want to favor going over here to like Big Pink and just picking up as much as you can as quickly as you can.
Meanwhile, Vibrant is catching up and making their way over to Meme Route themselves, about to take a look and find their Big Pink access.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Vibrant might now be going for the strat I've seen other people do, and this is what I do: is you go ahead and you lay that power bomb at the end, and then yeah, if you mock ball through, you can get through with like maybe one hit maximum, and then yeah, you gotta just be careful. Okay, great. All right,
You made
she's
it way
through.
through that time.
All right. And on the other side, we're just going to see Crazed go ahead and take this, like, Spo skip, and then we're going to see what's behind here. Now, since this is Chozo, this is going to be one of the major items, so let's see what we got. Okay,
And
there's our
another
logical
powerbomb pack.
PBs. Yeah, that's, I mean, between X-Ray and this just isn't really the green Bryn you're hoping for, but getting up to 15 PBs is definitely a welcome sight.
Well, especially since we don't have more fall bombs yet, every one of those power bombs is going to come into a very important place until we do find them.
Yeah, no, true. And especially considering, you know, we might have Heat Shield in the seed, so if you do end up collecting enough power bombs doing a varioless lower Norfair, if you get the right equipment, it can end up being a good deal. Well, there's the vanilla bombs, so I think we're pretty much skipping all PB packs now, unless some suitless shenanigans come into play here. But having, you know, just looking at miners and E-tanks aside, we're sitting pretty healthy. We got pretty good ammo all around. It just really depends now. It's like, where are these portals going to take us? And let's see, I'm hoping Crazed is going to go ahead and check this Green Hill Zone portal that's up there, while Vibrant's just sort of catching up about, like, I'd say like 2 minutes behind, maybe. Overall, I think these runners seem to be pretty equal movement-wise.
Moving-wise, they do seem to be moving about the same pace. What's going to be interesting to see is if different routing decisions end up in a little bit of time catching up from Crazed from the initial start.
Yeah. So this loops back. Green Hill Zone leads into the Key Hunter room in Criteria, which is also kind of called the pre-moat room, and that's really what you want to see. You can now just go back to the rest of Criteria as, you know, you would in like a vanilla game, and go ahead and check off some of those items, and then those like other portals as well. It's going to be interesting to see if either of these runners go for a CWJ though, across that to get that like moat portal knowledge. I don't think that's like necessarily logically. Yeah, you want to go down here. Yeah, okay. Finding the top of Red Bryn at the end of Green Hill Zone, that is great. You know, Red Bryn is one of the most dense for portals, and you've got a check right here at Alpha PBs as well. This is an instant, like, go ahead and like check this as like as far as you can. You're likely gonna get another criteria. There's a Crade. Okay, yeah, this is working out. We're getting a lot of information really quick on this.
Meanwhile, Colors coming back to pick up their Morph Ball bombs now, getting themselves more caught up and a bit better of a start, coming along through Big Pink and making their way off to their next portal transition.
Alright. Third E-Tank for Craze. So I think saving here, regardless of whether this is like an instant boss reset or not, but having 3 E-Tanks definitely puts a lot of the hell runs into logic. Okay, so that's, regardless of what this is, that's a good pickup, and it looks like Vibrant is going back, and she's going to go ahead and probably take a ship save if I had to guess. And then potentially check like what these other items in these portals are. I would have liked to have seen the CWJ, but I also know, you know, whether you can do it in practice or not, like it can become a bit of a time sink in a race. So maybe just going ahead and favoring getting like 2 portals over 1.
Now, with all of these power bomb finds and the energy that we're starting to find along the way as well, do you think that could lead to a required lower for hell runs?
Regard for lower, no, because that's never going to be required. Quickly, we did see Crazed going ahead, getting into Dragon, which was at the Kraid boss room, and the HUD actually showed KR, so we are looking at a shifted or a surprise boss setting on this. Okay, Vibrant going through. Nice gauntlet. I think, yeah, she's handling this really well. I've seen her name around the community in a bunch of other tournaments, and there's Plasma.
That's a great find, especially since they found X-Ray as well.
Yeah, getting out of...
Charge Beam.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good pickup. The microwave is definitely like a nice to have, but I think just knowing it's like I don't have to pick up a billion miners along the way or constantly search for this. Definitely is going to speed up time a lot. We're seeing that alpha PBs for Craze just showing up a reserve, not the payout you really want. Well, let's see what's back here. Some more E would always be good, and that's what it is. Okay.
Lots of early energy to get us started, putting more and more of those hell runs into logic.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, hell runs, while they can be logical, that doesn't necessarily mean they're the right thing, or like they're the fastest way to like path or route the seed. So we'll see what happens here.
Yet another power bomb find from Vibrant there as well.
Yeah, D-Web's making a pretty good point in chat that they really only do have one Chozo tank. So, I mean, even if they do have these tanks, a lot of these aren't necessarily, like, in logic.
Vibrant going down to check 230 missiles. And finding their phaser.
Yeah, that's pretty much as bad as that could have turned out. That's not the item you're looking for. Fortunately, Dash has implemented something, so if you pick up Spazer after having Plasma, you don't have to go back into the pause menu, re-equip, unequip, etc. to get the correct beam. But Spazer location, holding the gravity suit, 12 minutes in, getting gravity is definitely pretty good. Alright, let's see what BT has, and while we're doing that, Crazed is going to go ahead and check what these like lower red Bryn portals hold for us.
Ooh,
Base jump. Nice.
Definitely a nice movement item there.
Yeah, and since we do have the vanilla bombs, we've also got a vanilla BT. Alright, so Crazy Man's a backup wreck ship. You do have gravity, so that is possible. Vibrant having a very interesting BT fight. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Usually when supers are in the inventory, I usually just see a double super, but microwaving is chef's choice today, I guess.
Well, it is important to microwave your chorizo.
I live in Europe. We never microwave chorizo. You cook that fresh with supers. But let's see what we got going on here. Alright, I think with this space jump, Vibrant is going to go ahead and now check what we actually did have at that moat portal.
Given what we've seen so far, I'm going to think that this was probably going to be some sort of Meridia access. Alright, and we find our transition there.
Yeah, not really quite what we're looking for. Meanwhile, Craze has gone ahead and decided that he's going to go ahead and check this back of Wreck Ship. So I think this is definitely a good play. I would have, after getting gravity, I would have considered maybe going back to Kraid's Lair at this point. Just real easy to go ahead and take care of that boss. I mean, I guess like the item loadout's like not the most ideal, but just knowing that's like taken care of and out of the way, definitely a bit of a benefit here. Then again, it could also be routed in later, so maybe not that big of a deal. I will say the one thing you want to make sure you're not doing in an area seed is orphaning portals. Orphaning portals is, you know, kind of akin to just orphaning like item checks. And there's obviously, you know, calculated risks that you can make while doing it. But knowing how to route efficiently, that is probably got to be one of the biggest time saves you can make, you know, in any sort of like rando run. Vibrant finding Kraid and just, yeah, you want to go through this. Yeah, and just going ahead and getting any kind of clues to like what the boss info could be might be pretty beneficial here.
Kraid definitely took a smart safety save there, as he's probably going to be taking a look at what boss we've got resting here, which could still be Ridley at this point as well. We could see a variety. Best case scenario, probably find Kraid and be able to knock that out.
Yeah, I mean, if we did find a Dragon here, we'd instantly know that this is a surprise seed instead of a shifted. But whatever boss is here, if it's a killable boss, then we're going to be able to get all these wreck ship items if we choose to. And it looks like it's a Fantoon. All right, I mean, on this loadout, it's definitely doable. 4 tanks plus a reserve, and you've got gravity. Yeah, this is... Unfortunately,
we are missing speed boost, so we won't be able to get quite all of the checks.
In Chozo, I think you can without speed booster. That's only major minor where that reserve is unavailable, or that E-tank's unavailable. Like the post-bowling one?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. In Chozo, that's not a major. Unless I'm wrong. D-Web, fact check me. He's got me on this. All right, D-Web providing the knowledge.
Thank you, D-Web, for that.
He's like Encyclopedia Super Metroid Rando, constantly helping us out. All right, let's see a little Doppler here. Okay. So it will be interesting to see, you know, potential huge advantage here for Crazed if they do decide to go out and clear Wreck Ship. That said, Wreck Ship can have some really long checks, and if it's nothing that really pays out and Vibrant decides to skip, that could definitely be a way to catch back up. And while Vibrant is behind positionally a little bit, I don't necessarily think she's behind just due to the other information she gained, Plasma and Spazer. I assume at some point Craze is going to go back to Criteria and also be checking those. Alright, Fantoon down. And we find back of Lower Norfair. I think we'd already seen that, actually. Yeah, we had. Sorry. To anyone who's ever played Area without a tracker, it's intense. Now, here's a good piece of divergence, though. Vibrant doesn't have, or has space jump, whereas Crazed Gamer didn't have this on their Loop Through Red Bryn. So we're going to be able to see what this is. And technically, you don't need space jump to do this, but it definitely makes it like a lot more plausible. And it's high jump boots. That's a great movement item.
And then Craze at the same time picking up their wave beam, so they're going to be adding a little bit of damage to themselves. That's going to be a great find for Vibrant later on, too.
I'm seeing in chat that Area is awful. I gotta say, the first couple times I actually tried it, that was my thought, but after learning it a little bit, I gotta say it's probably I think it's more compelling than vanilla map. Like I much prefer area now after like learning it a little bit. It just leads to so many interesting like routing decisions, but there's definitely a bit of a learning curve to it. All right, we're gonna take another save here at Wreck Ship for Crazed Gamer, and where are we gonna go? Are we gonna go Spiky Room of Death? Yeah, we're gonna go check this E-Tank. Meanwhile, Vibrant is about to grab her Varia suit. Or not Varia, Gravity.
It's okay, you meant Varia in spirit.
I did. Sorry. I rushed into this right after lunch, so brain not work too good at moment. Will turn on soon.
I mean, it's kind of like Varia. You do get 50% damage reduction with the suit.
That actually, I think that's one of the randomized settings for this mystery tournament, though, isn't it? We'll determine how much damage reduction we actually get once we see a hell run.
Finding that heat shield, seeing as we haven't seen Varia yet, could actually prove to be really important in this run as well.
And then our favorite portal there, Crab Shaft. You know, I would potentially, if you have gravity, I would potentially consider going up that.
Gravity and Plasma. We've definitely got the damage to be able to kill those mobs pretty quickly.
I think as well, I mean, that's just like, I mean, okay, this is even better. You like go through this, you want to check what these portals are. Like, West Meridia is another major hub. And even just knowing what these are really quick, you might, I mean, we're likely going to see like a front of wreck ship here, this is just going to lead to like great pathing. Like there's a couple areas, it's what we call duos. So the duo being something that just has two portals. Wreck ship is one of them. It has two portals, the ocean, and then it has Forgotten Highway, which is the back. The back is just categorically worse. Like, there is no one prefers finding that.
That's an interesting transitional find there as well, finding our way back into Criteria.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and check what Lower Pirates is, and then is this is the back of East Meridia. Oh, do not go down this. No, 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 no. You do not want to go down there, if possible. So East Meridia, another duo, and the back of East Meridia is just also much, much, much worse. East Meridia also doesn't have a lot of item checks available to it.
And we reached our bowling alley.
Yeah. Alright, we've got bowling alley. I think I wasn't looking at Vibrant's screen there, but I think she's just decided that this, yeah, you go ahead and you bail on this. I think that's definitely the right choice. I would just go ahead and keep exploring. You know, if I was her, I would be exploring some of these other Meridia portals. There's a few of them that we haven't seen, and surely one of them's got to lead to Upper Norfair, which is exactly what Crazed is gonna find. I mean, it's not exactly, it could lead to Croc. Okay, D-Web saying she's actually seen all of West Meridia now. And she is piecing out. But yeah, Upper Norfair remains to kind of be the mystery for this seed.
I can't blame her for piecing out of that, especially without either ice or grapple to help guide her along the way. And we do find our charge beam in wrecked ship as well.
Okay. Well, there's all the microwave components in one piece then. Yeah, and so we can also tell from the damage output that we've seen from these that this is going to be just like a starter charge, not a starter plus. So there is just really, it's like, there's just like the one charge beam. So yeah, sorry, it's not starter, it's just vanilla. Yeah, and then D-Web's also pointing out in chat that once we had the means to go ahead and comfortably kill Dragon in that Kraid location, that leaving this behind is definitely going to be a bit of a backtrack, and I do have to agree. But at the same time, if I'm putting myself in the runner's shoes, it's definitely a tall order to kill Dragon on like low health, low ammo. Even if you do have gravity, so you have a way to get in and out, like it can be a little bit. It's not the most forgiving fight, depending on like how you're feeling that day. So I do understand why we skipped it, but God routing this would have definitely included just taking Dragon out straight away.
Dragon is a deceptively difficult fight. Landing some of those missile shots on his belly can be really tricky when you're playing with low health, as you were saying before. Granted, the power bombs that they were collecting along the way would certainly make that a lot easier for clearing out the goo that he spits out.
Yeah, but if
But
you power
still, the
bomb the
lower
goo,
health.
you don't. Yeah, if you power bomb the goo, you don't get like the ammo and health refills though. I'm just gonna be straight up. Dragon's my worst boss by far. I absolutely am terrible at Dragon. So I don't blame either of these runners for doing the skip, but I mean, once you have a little bit more ammo, you can definitely, I would immediately be thinking I need to go back and do that, or route this in like straight away.
Well, Cray's picking up a nice luxury item there, finding screw attack at high jump.
Yeah, screw attack could be pretty useful. It's definitely useful for the Dragon fight, and if we do end up getting it's like a heat shield or something like that, that could make like lower Norfair just like infinitely more comfortable if we decide to go like without Varia on this. Okay.
Absolutely.
Both runners going ahead and skipping or favoring doing high jump second. Typically think the meta for this one is you go ahead and you do ice first, and then that way you're more likely to. Well, I guess this isn't major minor, so you're less likely to get an E tank down here, and then yeah, that makes if you do decide to go across, which is I think what we're gonna need to be doing. It makes that like you've got like the free refill, so the farm's a little bit less time intensive. That said, let's see what we got up here.
Vibrant just about one item short of having perfect movement for the entire rest of the game. That could play to a massive advantage later on.
What else I was going to say? Vibrant did take that death at about just a little over 2 minutes in, and now we're at 27 minutes, and I don't even think they're like a full 2 minutes apart. They must be like a real minute apart. crazdgamer's getting out of here at 2:11 from that ice check as Vibrant's entering in just a couple of seconds after that as a quick high five. Yeah, granted she hasn't done any of Wreck Ship, but like, what did we get during Wreck Ship? We got Spring Ball.
We got
Right,
Spring
and
Ball, we
Wave.
got Charge Beam, we got Wave.
Yeah, I mean those are nice, but I feel like, you could also be without those for like a bit longer and like that's not gonna like make a major difference. Charge is definitely nice. But like I don't think we're in a 2-1-1 seed. Like I could see it's like if you're playing this, you're definitely thinking about collecting ammo for a bit. Well, let's see. It looks like we're about to do hell runs, and yeah, Vibrant just doesn't quite have the same health situation that Crazed has, and I think especially, but at the same time, Crazed doesn't have that high jump boost, which should give like the nice like clean movement. Both these runners want to be making this hell run. Like you want to go over to Bubble Mountain and check what's there, for sure.
Yeah, I believe that Crazy did pick up that extra E-Tank in the wrecked ship, so that definitely helped lead to a more successful Norfair.
Yeah. All right, Vibrant's going for it. And then, yeah, high jump boot's already paying off there. Nice scout to go ahead and see the PBs. But yeah, with space jump and screw, this is pretty free.
Ah, thank you, D-Web.
I think one thing Vibrant would really like to find at this point in time, though, is like an extra super pack. That just means, with like minimal farming, yeah, you can just go ahead and CF like pretty quickly, and then save all that time on farming.
I think both runners would also be excited to see an ice beam coming out sometime soon. That way they're not having to think about having to power bomb the Metroids later on.
Yeah, it would definitely be nice. I mean, Vario would be the item to get here. A little bit off on those, bombs there. Yeah, Vario would be nice. Speed would be really good. Heat shield, anything to really take us into like the next section would be like fantastic. But yeah, ice also gives access to Batoon's hallway, or getting past Batoon's hallway. I don't know how comfortable either of these runners are with like a crystal flash clip. That's definitely like a more advanced tactic, but it's looking like without Varia, we're definitely going to need some way to go through there, since we do know where East Meridia is. All right, checking the miner. Not sure I would be checking the miner, although maybe just praying it's an E-Tate. And let's see what we got here at the vanilla speed location. Missiles, yeah,
That's just kind of trolly there.
Yeah, I gotta say, speed is definitely not the one I would... maybe it's got a farm spot right there, but the speed check in general, it's got one minor and then it's got one major, and it's quite slow. I think, especially since E-Tanks can be in the minor location, I think checking that Norfair reserve is usually a pretty hot one, since you have 2 chances of getting an E-Tank, and then you've got the major right there. Especially with Space and Screw, you can just blitz your way through that thing. Not have to worry about whatever the little seahorses that shoot fire are. I'm sure there's some actual technical name for them that I'm not aware of.
Mill, I don't think it's been said yet. Let's take a look at the nice color that Vibrant is going on too. A little bit of an offset blue there for our different outfit of the day.
Yeah,
got a little bit of a difference going, a little variety.
Yeah. Alright, and let's see. Yeah, I think Vibrant making the big galaxy plan here to go ahead and use missiles to open that door. You want to keep that 10 supers. Boom. Yeah, and now she's switching to supers to go ahead and open up this door. Just so, in case we do need that CF clip, she's got all the ammo ready to go.
Definitely a nice
Vario right here. Vario right here.
Oh, E-Tank. Granted, E-Tank is a welcome find when you're doing the hell runs, just to keep that regeneration going. The less time you have to spend farming, the better.
It is. It's definitely nice. But I think at this point, both our runners are definitely looking for where's the progression? I think they want a clue as to where to go, and I don't think they want that where to go to be all the way back to Dragon.
Kraid or Croc gonna have something good? Absolutely a chance there, D-Web. Looking forward to seeing if Croc is worth the bet today.
And you know what? I just realized I was advocating here for Norfair Reserve, like some sort of chump. Yeah, we're playing Chozo. That's not going to have anything you want in there. I've already lost the seed. Vibrant definitely making the right call on that.
But you're going to feel all the better when somebody actually checks that reserve.
No, I'm not. I'm just living with that forever now. I'm kind of surprised Vibrant didn't check the portal at Lower Norfair. Or did we already see that? Or not Lower Norfair, but in a single chamber.
I don't know if we have seen that or not. If we did, I missed it.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm having a real hard time keeping track of these areas. I don't have my normal tracker up.
And D-Web says we have not seen it yet.
Alright. Let's see what we got at Chronic Boost, though. That's the Croc. I think, yeah, you just go ahead and you do this. Doing Croc, especially on Chozo, just ain't fun, but, if you've exhausted a lot of other things... Although you haven't exhausted Wreck Ship at this point. But yeah, if you chose to skip Wreck Ship, you just do Croc. Alright, Craze is going to go ahead and give us what this knowledge is here for single chamber. Let's go.
And a nice quick clear there of Croc. And finding another super pack behind him.
I mean, super's good.
Definitely getting a
Oh,
bit
it's
more
lower
loaded up
north
on
there.
ammo.
Oh, I mean, that's a great find to know that you don't have to go ahead and do the reverse acid dive from crazdgamer's side. You know, orphaning like one of the portals in Lower Norfair is, as a runner, it's just a painful experience. So definitely hyped they don't have to do that. But man,
Crazy needs to be a little careful there. Running a little low on health. Minute to the
yeah,
door.
he can
Needs to farm
CF
up a
though.
little
He
bit.
can CF. He's also got a reserve. I mean, yeah, that's some already drained the reserve. But I think you're going right to a farm spot, and you've got Wave, which Vibrant didn't have. Do it. You got this. You got this. Just go quick. Yeah, you've already got Wave, so you don't need to farm up. Oh man, I would not be. I guess he's at full ammo, so it's okay. All right. In the meantime, Vibrant's going to show us what Croc has over here.
And
I
we find
mean,
our ice beam. That's some nice
that's
progression there.
that's the first logical pass through to Batu hallway. So, I mean, although that said, if you went ahead and because this is shifted, it's not shuffled. So yeah, killing Dragon wouldn't have gotten you any progress for doing that. Yeah, I mean, ice is going to be good, and we're really going to have to see where speed is.
What's interesting is if if Dragon ends up being Ridley, then going back to wrecked ship for Vibrant would be a great call to pick up their charge beam for a nice quick kill, and for a good route divergence as well.
Okay, going for snail clip here. I think that's a little low. And not quite right. Gonna have to. You can try to get it on the other side. You don't have to do it on that one. But I think just unfortunately for Crazed, like, there's no way through Batoon hallway. Like, you're either going back out that aqueduct portal, or you're gonna have to go through back of East Meridia. And back of East Meridia, it's just like from here, it's a trek. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Whereas Vibrant, going ahead and going to be hitting that same Croc door to that aqueduct, and they're going to have the ability. Yeah, Vibrant's got the ability. She can just ice clip right through, and go ahead and do Bopspoon and like clear out the rest of, or at least kill the boss in East Meridia, and give us some more info there, and just get a little bit further in the seed. That's just unfortunate how that worked out for Crazed there.
And a nice setup for the ice clip there, and perfectly through. And we are on to Botswoon here. With 25 supers, 20 supers going into this area, 15 on her to get this fight started.
Yeah, I mean, this is the worst hitbox in video games, though. But fortunately takes care of it, no problem. Yeah, without charge and, like, a limited amount of ammo, this can be a little scary. But let's see what we got coming up here boss-wise. Got another E-Tank, definitely a welcome sight. If this happens to be Ridley, though, this is definitely not. Unless maybe Chad can answer, but I'm pretty sure we don't have its, like, reduced damage, do we? For the gravity suit? Yeah, if this is Ridley, this doesn't work out very good.
And D-Web says, I haven't been paying attention. Our fact checker is broken.
Yeah, if this turns out to be Ridley, this is just not good. And no save beforehand.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely a
just
little
gonna
bit
go
of
ahead and
lower
check the
ammo.
item first. It's supers. If this is Ridley, assuming there is a save, you definitely want that save, Vibrant. Yeah, okay, good.
Vibrant being smart, going back for that save.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to farm up full supers, which is so long and just like not what you want to. That's not what you want to spend your time doing in a race. That's a definite feels bad moment.
Absolutely, especially
You,
when
you
you know that you took a little bit of time loss in the beginning, you already feel like you're behind.
Yeah, I mean, 2.5 minutes is definitely, people win races by 2.5 minutes, but at the same time, I mean, it's crazy, so it worked out. But yeah, I don't think that's like the most monumental loss. I imagine Vibrant's feeling pretty good about this. Her route's been pretty next level. Or not like, I mean, she's been doing pretty good. She found gravity early. All the portals she's been working to have been like working out. It looks like skipping wreck ship like has been working out okay for her, minus that charge. Like this isn't I'm 40 minutes in and like I haven't like been able to kill a boss. Like I don't know like what I'm doing. Like she's doing okay.
And clearing out Kraid there did get the stand up on him.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Happens to all of us.
And another super pack there, so the game definitely trying to tell Vibrant right now, gather ammo, gather ammo.
I mean,
And
that's
with
just
her,
like that's just a logical super though. That's just like that's an unfortunate. I mean, it's great for her because I mean, charge would be better, but we already know charge is somewhere else. That's just
absolutely.
definitely. I think if I see a super after killing the boss and I'm still a suit down 40 minutes in, like I'm not feeling great. That's definitely not what I'm looking for.
Now, do you think Vibrant is going to commit to charge, or are they going to commit to finding ammunition at this point?
Uh, I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I don't know how I'd I don't know if I'd have the best answer for that. I feel like she's definitely favoring skipping major locations, but at the same time she also has been skipping a couple minors like along the way that I would have kind of imagined it's like you just go for. So if it was me, I'd probably be going for minors. If you're bailing on like wreck ship like that, like that's especially like wreck ship on that loadout, like you've not got like there's still some pretty heavy hitting majors that you'd want to be collecting. But then going for plasma, not plasma beam, which is what Crazed is picking up, but going for it's like the plasma location, like this is just like such a slow check. I mean, she's already on the path for it, like I get it, but let's see what it is.
Oh, and it's a Varia suit.
Okay, Vibrant beat me in this round. That's for sure. I definitely wouldn't have done this, but that was 100% the way to go. I mean, yeah, that's great for her. That's absolutely fantastic.
And optimally, that was the best thing that she could find there.
I mean, yeah, that is hands down the best thing she could find. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's just such a good payoff given like all those like earlier skips. Yeah.
Now, Craze is down still a few majors in different locations that Vibrant has checked, so Craze may opt to check that Plasma location as well and find their Varia.
I mean, Plasma is definitely when we're talking about majors, like I'm thinking about skipping, that's like at the top of my list. So I mean that's why it's such a great payout as well. For Vibrant here. It's also not like Crazed has that much better ammo. Like, in fact, Vibrant has more supers. Crazed has got 40-25 versus 35-30. Like, it's not... Yeah, I mean, I agree. Vibrant's definitely going to have to be hunting for some ammo here to go ahead and take care of Mother Brain.
Yeah, D-Web does have a great point. He has charged with Plasma, though, at this point, too. Which, ammo-wise, he's not really needing to pay attention to anymore because he's got what he needs to access Mother Brain and now to kill all the bosses in the game very easily.
Yeah, I think more what I'm saying is, like, he's checked a lot more miners, gotten a lot more stuff, and, like... what I'm trying to say is like I don't think it's like Vibrant's gonna have to, you know, she's gonna have to definitely be like working to find a lot of those because it's not like they've checked a lot of the same stuff and it's not like it's been super plentiful. I also don't see Vibrant going back for that charge either. So, which one was charged in Wreck Ship again? Was it like the bowling item? I think it
Yes,
was.
charging wreck chip was the bowling item.
Yeah, that's like the most like troll location it could be. Yeah, that's like she's not going back for that.
And Vibrant taking their lava dive here and making their way down. We'll see what this ends up being. If there's anything special here. And it looks like we're going to get a backway check for the item here.
Alright, let's see this green gate glitch on Vibrant side.
And Green Gate glitch not being very friendly.
There we go. With one to spare. First try
One to
every
spare.
time. Yeah.
Just wanted to make
Hey.
us sweat a little bit.
Yeah. Last second. Man, that was punishing. Grapple. Really? I picked that up. You're gonna have to be farming here in a little bit.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I mean, granted, like, actually, you know what? Maybe not, because you're at, like, the super location. It's definitely still gonna take some time, but you definitely wanna...
Yeah, and they just changed their mind. They're going back for it, maybe.
I think they're going to just
they're
reset
just
the
going to
room.
get more supers.
Yeah. Yeah, you do have Dragon to kill as well. You don't have that charge, even though you've got the Plaz. Yeah, you've got Plasma X-Ray. Yeah, no, I would definitely... Yeah.
Yep, and there they go. They just picked it up. Probably the right decision there, ultimately. It's just a nice, helpful item to have despite your loadout. Yeah, especially if you don't end up finding Speed Booster Tharkus. Not being able to hit those Speed Booster shots, if you can't land those, and then you have a really long Dragon fight ahead of you. We only got Crazed hitting his Dragon at this point. Should be a pretty easy fight since he does have the X-Ray available.
He's got X-Ray. Doesn't have ISO. It's not quite full beam, but I mean, this is still like an instantly free fight. We'll be interested to see what comes out of here, though.
Could it be Speed Booster from Dragon here?
It could be speed. I mean, that would be pretty big if that did end up being the case. Yeah, quick note for anyone learning this microwave strat. You usually want to be crouching down when you're doing the microwave, and then once Dragon's health is depleted, Samus will stand up. So we didn't quite get that on the second one to see whether it was, but I think Craze knew. It was just a couple little hits anyways.
Oh, and it is Speed Booster.
Man. Okay. I mean, I will say the later you get Speed Booster in the game, the less of a difference it makes. But at the same time, this is the Batoon hallway access he needs, right? So this isn't like you don't need to go do Croc in order to go through. Can a gravity jump out of this? I think that's what Craze is trying to do here.
They still don't have their space jump, so yeah, they're going to have to do something. Maybe you can do gravity jump, you can do spring ball jump.
Yeah, you can definitely grab jump out of this. Although I think, yeah, what you want to be doing, you want to be crouched, don't hold dash, and then you want to go ahead and make the jump pause correctly. and then you can, if you're not quite high enough, you can ledge grab out. But you can do it without high jump boots, as long as you're, even if you have speed and you're not holding dash, you can still make that grab jump. But going for the IBJ, I mean, whatever gets you out, so it's all good.
And we do see a vanilla Ridley.
Trying to get
be a little bit careful. They're missing some of those supers.
Yeah, you with this ammo, you really cannot afford to be missing any of those supers. I think Vibrant's kind of just now realizing the situation, yeah, that they're in.
Getting some nice shots in there though in the jump.
Yeah, you need to be really careful with this though.
They do have the power bombs to offset it a little bit though.
Yeah, but you're already in the enraged phase. Okay, got it done. Nicely executed. Just sort of winning that back after a little bit of a renegade start there. But yeah, the power bombs on Ridley do work, but you want to do those early. You don't really want to do those at the end. It's a lot easier if you can wall jump off that right side, sort of like midway through the room. You can go to Crocomire. It's like crocomai.re, and there's a way to do it. But doing it once Ridley is in like the second phase is not ideal.
Now, the routing here is actually interesting for Vibrant too, because knocking out Ridley and getting the lower Norfair done, they're going to make their way straight up through to the other bosses, which is going to be routing perfectly for what she needs.
Yeah, at the same time, I think D-Web's making a really good point, though. You know, the boss reward for Ridley was another logical missile. She's skipping it. So I think this is, you know, as D-Web was pointing out in chat, this is her committing to charge.
Which ultimately, as we know, is definitely the right decision.
I mean, yeah, it's... But, you know, if we think about item pools available, it's like all of Wreck Ship, which is definitely not what you want to be hearing as a runner. But yeah, I mean, it could be that, or it could be Shack Tool. Shack Tool was like, you know, please don't go check Shack Tool.
I don't think any runner actually wants to check Shack Tool, but it was one of those do I have to moments.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, like, you definitely don't have to. It's like Wreck Ship has definitely got exactly what you need for this. All right, way to go crazed on that gravity jump. That can definitely be a little intimidating, especially with no real protection. Yeah, you don't need that E-Tank, it's fine.
What's interesting is that a couple more E-Tanks could actually prove beneficial, because that would speed up the MB3 fight if you're able to get the stand-up glitch going on.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a stand-up guy. Yeah, Vibrant's going back down, and I'm not really sure what the pathing is here, because you know that there's like a boss at Cray that you definitely have to do, that you haven't done. If you're gonna route it, this is 100% the time to do it. Okay, but I guess she's going for charge here. Sorry, Nerdvania, do you remember what was at the other entrance, like ocean of Wreck Ship?
Ooh. I'm not 100% sure at the moment. D-Web, what do we got?
Ocean is the way to Upper Norfair. Yeah, that's... this is not great, right? I mean, we know that this is, like, she is going to need to do this to go ahead and grab charge, but this is just not what you want. And Crazed is he skipping the plasma check?
Ooh, that could make a big difference later on.
He hasn't done the boss yet.
Hasn't done the
sorry, I
boss
just
yet.
wasn't paying attention to to that side of the stream. He came in from the back. Oh, okay.
We also haven't seen Heat Shield anywhere either, if it is in this run.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's not. I mean, even if it is, like, it's highly irrelevant at this point. Like, I don't think you're checking Shack Tool before you go ahead and you check Plasma.
Oh,
So.
Absolutely. Since we haven't seen it, though, I mean, if it is in the run somewhere, it could be in one of those checks that crazdgamer could run into along the way, and it could substitute for that Varia.
Final Saber in chat saying, but he's killed Dragon. Doesn't that open it up Plasma regardless? So this boss mode that we've determined is bosses. It's either shifted or surprise. So Dragon would open up East Meridia regardless of where Dragon is in boss shuffled. In boss shifted, if, for example, Dragon is in Kraid's Lair, which was the case, then it doesn't open up. It just opens up the item in that location that they were. So it would have opened up like the janitor closet in Kraid. Yeah, exactly. So Dragon does open up Kraid's closet in the shifted mode. And the way that you can tell this is depending on where the boss is located. So if we found Dragon in Kraid's Lair, and in the HUD, the location still said KR for Kraid's Lair instead of EM for East Meridia. And that's how you can tell whether it's going to be shifted or surprised.
And Fantoon taking his death there, nice clear by Vibrant.
Yeah, good Fantoon fight. And then the way you can get tricked using these HUD looks is Fantoon did happen to be in Rex ship, and it still said WS. So at that point, that gives you no information to it could be vanilla, it could be shifted, or it could be shuffled or surprised. A little surprised to see Vibrant going for the minor check there, given that she's at least we think is fully committed to going charge on this.
It could have also been one of those things of, okay, let's just clear this. Wait. And finding their wave beam, very nice find there for them. So they're going to end up having both perfect beams. Craze still not having his ice beam though.
I mean, I also don't think he's getting ice. Like, yeah, that's all the way at Croc. It's more than likely that he's gonna go ahead and hit up the plasma check after this, get Varia, and then he's just in like his boss rush mode.
Now that could actually be a big difference in time for Metroid later on too.
I really hope Vibrant doesn't go ahead, check this E-Tank item, and then just bounce after that. Nice recovery on the quick kill from crazdgamer on
Very
that.
nice indeed. Watching it, it's like I was saying yesterday, it's like quick kill is one of those deceptively difficult tricks that you can pull off. Because if you miss it, it can go really badly, but hitting it is also a huge time saver.
I mean, it's also one of the things that's easiest to choke, I think, in a race, because it's, I wouldn't say it's one of the more difficult. Vibrant, no. Vibrant, don't do this.
Go back, go back!
This is not the path you are looking for. You need to go back and get charged.
You want to go home and think you're
Oh man, that is punishing.
Okay, let's consider the time difference here. So if they go back and collect ammo, crazdgamer still doesn't have Ice Beam, so they're going to have to power bomb their Metroids later on, which is definitely going to take some time.
Yeah, D-Web in chat also pointing out, yeah, it's like, if you don't know Dragon, you just go ahead and do it. But unfortunately, we know what's behind Dragon. It's speed, and we know that charge, which is the real item that Vibrant's looking for, that's at bowling. I mean, I'm not saying I, like, disagree with her decision. It makes total sense to go ahead and do this. But again, this is also why I was advocating. It's like you just go ahead and kill Dragon. Like you've already got grapple, gravity. You have everything you need. It's at the top of this red bridge, so you don't need to go back. You don't need to like route it back that way. She has to go back that way to get to Norfair anyways. That's true. That's also where Turian is. Yeah, I guess that does make sense.
Nice wall jumps there from Vibrant. Very quick red tower.
Yeah.
A lot of that time and practice and skill just showing itself in the small things like that. Good clean wall jumps are just so nice to execute.
I actually do think Vibrant's got like a movement advantage here. I think she's been definitely going through all of this. And even though I was saying go back, you know, I think all the choices that she's making here, these all make like a perfect amount of sense, especially with like D-Web sort of explaining it in chat. This does make sense. Like I agree.
Absolutely. It's one thing to see the routing, it's another thing to have the inside knowledge like we do after watching it Faith found and think that's so easy just to make that decision.
Yeah, I mean we just know it's not gonna work out. Looks like Crazed is actually gonna get Ice Beam, going ahead and doing Croc. Yeah.
He's definitely gonna learn it's the right call to find that Ice Beam.
Yeah, Colors is just like way ahead at this point. I mean, her pathing is basically kill Dragon. She's on her last boss. She already has everything that she needs minus charge. She's gonna go ahead and do wreck ship and then just get everything. And it looks like we're gonna see like an early grapple kill here. Boom, nailed it.
Yeah, because Craze still has to make their way to Lower Norfair and clear out Ridley and do that without Varia as well.
Yeah, I mean, needing Varia and having to do Lower Norfair, which is like a bit isolated, yeah, that's not great. I mean, Vibrant's gonna, yeah, especially after picking up Speed Booster here. There's like a 10 different minutes between when they picked up Speed Booster, so it's not gonna make up like that much time. You know, one thing that'd be interesting for the interview is like I always get like, or sometimes I get like item splits mixed up. And it would be interesting to know if maybe Vibrant held off on doing some of the wreck ship stuff due to like thinking about major minor, where it's like you typically would want to have Speed Booster to go ahead and collect everything up in like that bowling area. Since there is like a major that's speed locked in major minor, but in Chozo, it's just not that way.
I didn't consider that, yeah, because finding that Speed Booster is definitely going to give full wreck ship access at this point, and you don't have to double back on anything if you don't find what you're looking for.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it's like, you know, what you're looking for in wreck ship at this point, like this, the speed locked item is just a minor. Like you're not going to bowling for a minor. You're going to bowling thinking it's like I need one of these majors here, right?
Absolutely, but they could have been thinking, you know, okay, I don't find my charge beam here. Let's start collecting ammo.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a pretty long minor. It's a long way to go for some minors. Okay, going back to Green Bryn. This is
It's an interesting call for sure. I'm trying to think what they could be checking here.
it's minors. If you're on any minor hunt, you know, whether that missile tank has like a little scratch on it or something, like you pick it up, you buff it out as best you can. If you're going for minors, you need everything you can possibly get.
That's true. Oh, we could see a waterway check. Nope, never mind.
Yeah, I mean that's a long way for a minor too. Yeah,
Definitely good sticker find,
I personally wouldn't do this. I mean, I think at this point, if you've skipped like an hour and you've skipped this many minors, like you just go for charge. It's only in a handful of locations, and I think you got to know, and like thinking about it's like, what did my opponent do? It's like all the other routing aside, like your opponent probably didn't route this like as good as you did. It is Shack and bowling away, yeah.
That's why we haven't seen the Ediku's location, have we?
Yeah, that's not a Chozo major, which is why we didn't see it, and it is going to be 3 items. But it's E. And E.
Oh my.
All right, are we gonna see a triple E?
E equals MB squared.
It actually doesn't. We need supers. We need lots of supers. E isn't gonna change the equation right now. All right, reserve tank up here maybe. Oh, just short on getting that in. That was a great wall jumps up though. All right, nailed it. Yeah, supers. You take that. I'm guessing she's gonna go from here, check Billy Mays, and just get like the other 2. I mean, we're really running out of miners at this point. Crazed, you need to be a little bit more careful here. We're running low.
Yeah,
Have
definitely
1
dipping into
full
those
reserve.
reserves. That reserve for Craze has come in clutch a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't even been filled up all the way.
Another major there, another super.
You're gonna have to reset the route. Or no, I think, yeah, she's already been here. What am I talking about? So 40-45, definitely doing a little bit better. Let's see what Billy Mays has. But you know, criteria not exactly stacked with minor checks. We've got essentially like climb supers, Billy Mays, and then we've got like landing site PBs.
I don't think
we've
we've
checked the
seen
rest of
Old
them.
Mother Brain, have we?
We haven't seen Old Mother Brain, that's true, I'd forgotten about that one. Yeah, we're getting a Billy Mays check here. Yeah, I mean, even with all of this time though, she's already done like all 4 bosses. And Craze still has no Varia and has to do all of Lower Norfair to a vanilla Ridley. And is leaving the area where Varia is.
Still opting to pick up that missile there. Interesting thought.
I mean, ammo's ammo. You need it. I wonder if Crazed saving here. I wonder if he's going to go ahead and try to check X-ray. So I don't really expect to see a D boost on this, but definitely with ice, it's like and bombs, it's a little bit easier to go ahead and have it's like a nice backup strat. Okay, meanwhile, Vibrant is going ahead and getting into the Old Mother Brain. Let's see what we got here.
And just a regular missile. We could see the shaft check here in the next room as well.
Yeah, Climb Supers is just so slow. We're gonna watch it be a reserve tank too, or something like that.
We haven't seen many of those.
Yeah, D-Web, you're about to see Shaft Supers check in a Chozo. This is definitely one of like the absolute longest checks you could possibly do, but it's really cool. Yeah, doing it no ice, I really like that. That's awesome. That's a real good skill there. It is a missile, so it does add. It contributes.
At least it's not a reserve.
Yeah.
Let's think. Have we seen top of criteria for an item yet? I don't believe we have.
Gauntlet? Yeah, we saw Gauntlet.
Oh no, the other top of criteria would be
Oh, like the
portal.
landing site PBs. Yeah, we haven't
Yeah,
seen that. Unfortunately, Crazed is just freezing this waiver just way too early. You want it to be way further out. Jump to that. Wall jump off. Yeah, you got this. I think he's there. Oh, not quite.
he doesn't have those high jump boots. So that's definitely making it a little bit more challenging there.
Yeah, I think you could also IDJ if you really wanted to get up there. Just go ahead. You've got plenty of health. You can take the spike hit.
And for Viper, that's a very trolly power bomb there.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely unfortunate. I'll put it that way. Oh, unfortunately, yeah, just missing that. Oh, you're so close. Yes!
There we go.
All right, get up there, Crazed. He's got the save, so he can just be his, like, he can just go ham on his health there.
Also just prove that some of these checks are not as easy as they might seem as well.
Yeah, early X-ray, like, I'll go ahead and say it's not that hard, but it definitely takes a lot of patience to learn it. It's not like you have to invest some time to like figure it out. You got it. Yes.
There we go.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good to see.
Now,
Yes. Not the payout you want, but I'm sure he's, in the interview, I'm sure Crazy is going to say they're happy they went ahead and they were able to like pull this off. There's nothing worse than not being able to pull off a minor or a major check like that, especially when you're in like a deep search for an item. Getting back is going to be a little bit tricky. I would potentially damage down at the bottom here, get to that little safe part where there isn't the spike, and then go ahead and do like your crystal flash.
I think that's exactly what they're going for.
Okay, nice.
Got plenty of ammo for it. Ooh!
Oh!
That Ripper almost just sneaking in there. But still a very nice crystal flash there, and we are off to the races.
Oh man, these miners are just not paying off for Vibrant at all. For those who are more math inclined in chat, I think this is technically enough, or it's close to enough if you go ahead and you free, or if you do like a bunch of refills. But this is like, it's gonna take some pretty heavy precision. It's very much not. It's at 4060 that you need D-Web for chargeless Mother Brain. Okay, it's 4060, not 6040. Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna get a Mama Turtle check, it looks like.
We should at least find something there for the major location. I mean, a missile is nice, but definitely we're looking for some more supers for sure. There's a super.
Well, there's one. Okay, so we need at least one more. I believe. Allegedly.
And D-Web, this is technically good enough if you break the glass. But don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a skin of your teeth kind of thing. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Charge was at Bowling Missiles. Or at, Bowling Missiles in Chozo. So, one of the only checks that Vibrant hasn't made, that and Shack Tool.
Do we think that Vibrant could go back to check more of those minor locations now? And if so, they're probably going to find their charge beam.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing some pretty serious backtracking here as a result of like not having that charge. But we're on a decent path now. We've definitely picked up more ammo, but it is costing quite a bit of time. However, it doesn't really seem to matter as much. Crazed is still unfortunately missing Varia suit, which was at the plasma beam location, and Crazed still hasn't done all of Lower Norfair. So I think Crazed is going to go now. He doesn't have Shactual access unless he does the ice clip, which I really hope we don't do.
So if you're in Crazed's position, at what point do you start to commit to doing a hell run for Lower Norfair?
I mean, I would personally want more tanks than this, and especially since Ridley is down there, or the possibility of Ridley is down there, you're gonna want like way more ammo.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, this is for me, and like I think like the skill set these runners are at, like you're not doing this like Lower Norfair.
That's fair.
And yeah, I mean, given that this is the last boss, they've seen 3, the chances of it being Ridley, I mean, it's not 0, but like it's actually pretty close to being really high. Like usually in Surprise, you don't get like 3 of the bosses, and then like the last one might be there. And there we go. At 115, Crazed is picking up Varia.
And Vibrant making their way down to Mother Brain. He's making their way now back down through Meridia, down to the southern exit here. Yeah, Vibrant being smart, preserving their super missiles if at all possible, making sure not to rely too much on good item drops. We should be okay throughout these rooms.
I mean, that said, you're not getting any super refills, so yeah, you really need to be careful on this.
Ooh, we did miss a super there, so that could affect a little bit.
Did she save before this?
I believe she saved at the ship. Now, I'm surprised with the movement items that Vibrant has that she's not going for the baby skip here.
I'm going to pull out my trusty calculator here. So we got 60-49. Is that what we're running with?
We have 65-49.
Yeah, that's not enough.
So Fringo is saying if she shot the Zebs and refill, it is enough.
She's got 2 missiles leeway glass break, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's just like, that's...
It's going to be tight. It's going to have to be perfect.
Using a super on the door, though. Yeah, I think, like, normally, if you're not as concerned with ammo, it's more economical to go ahead and use the supers on the doors. Oh, don't save here.
There are rolling... I believe there are
rolling saves, but this isn't, like, you don't want to go back to this save. That's what we're thinking. Anyways, it's more economical to go ahead and use supers on the doors. 3 versus 6 damage or 5 damage. But at the same time,
Oh,
like
if we deep.
if you're running out of ammo, yeah, this is not good. Yeah, she's not going to be able to pull this off.
And we lost a missile there on the shot.
I mean, this is over even before like all of that happened, anyways. Oh, okay. Crazed is, in the meantime, working on this gravity jump. Just got hit by that. Yeah, she's reset. I think she's realized it. Yeah, you don't want to, like D-Web saying, you don't want to super that first door. If you need all those supers, whereas you can't refill the supers, you can refill your regular missiles. All right, come on, Craze. Let's see this lava jump. There we. Oh, not quite. Running pretty low on health. Gonna definitely want that reserve in there too.
Yeah, Vibrant making the decision now to actually destroy the Zebtide so they can go back and refill. Much better decision on this particular route.
Is it? I thought she Zeb skipped, so she didn't use any ammo the first time.
Yeah, she didn't use any ammo the first time. She did the Zeb skip, which locked her out from being able to come back. Unless you know how to reverse Zeb skip, which is a lot more difficult than doing it the standard way.
Yeah, I don't think it matters though, because her max ammo, because she can't refill on supers. She's locked out either way. Like she just straight up doesn't have enough because of like losing the super to the door, and you can't refill the super in Turian. You can only refill your missiles. So yeah, I think it's like as Chad is saying, right now she needs 66 missiles, and she has a max capacity of 65, so even at a full refill, she's still one missile shy if everything hit of being able to do it's like all the damage.
I'm trying to think of her previous save locations that if she did a rolling save, if she went back a little bit, maybe she could find another piece of ammo that would be able to save her in this position too.
I think, yeah, even if she doesn't pick up ammo, she just goes back and tries this again. It's like, just don't super the door, and like, I mean, you still have like virtually no wiggle room to do this, but like, it's close.
Yeah, she did ship save, so that did save her a bit there. And
Yeah, I mean, that
pretty
said,
cool.
this is really just giving a ton of time for Craze to catch up. I mean, this isn't over. It's really going to depend on like when Vibrant figures this out, and I have a feeling that's maybe what those jumps are for. Just a frustrated thinker. This reset, and let's see which save it goes back to. No, not that one. Not that one. You don't need it.
A smart move
Yeah,
there. She realized
there we
it.
go. All right.
Okay. Nope, not quite that one either, because that was only 45 supers on that one.
Okay.
Going right, is she gonna try and go back direct ship at all?
I don't know, but I imagine at 123 you're not feeling great.
You can't be feeling great, but at the same time, you're also realizing your opponent hasn't cleared yet either. So maybe you're just thinking at this point, maybe it's just a longer seed in general.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, like you know the 2 locations left, and like you might feel good about having gotten like Varia early, but at the same time, like, you know, with you're assuming that your opponent didn't make that same like essentially like 10-15 minute like time loss doing like the Norfair stuff that you did. Vibrant might also not know that in area rando you get like a full refill once you go down like past the G4 room. So like once you're past that Turian part, like the inner part, or you get into the inner part of Turian, you get like a full refill. Because if you're essentially down the super, then you can just go ahead and before you like go through the baby part of Turian, you can just head back, take that elevator, and that elevator ride will go ahead and refill you.
That's very true. Craze engaging Ridley now. Should be a fairly simple fight with having full plasma beam charge.
And I gotta be careful on this health though. He's getting a lot of tail hits and not quite getting that pogo manip that you want.
Getting those pogos now.
Nice going under. There we go. That's like a commentator blessing, not a curse right there.
The commentators give and they taketh away.
Oh, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that was a great grab. Alright. And at this point, I don't think you need to check the item, but, I mean, why not? Yeah, I mean, given you have everything besides space jump, and your beam powerful is more powerful than a super pack, so there's really nothing you can get from there. Vibrant going back, I think, yeah, she's going back for bowling.
Ultimately, as we know, it's going to be a really good call for her here. No doubt she'll probably have a little bit of frustration when she finds it too.
I mean, if I've done Turian 3 times and not succeeded due to ammo mismanagement, and then I'm going back to a previous save to get bowling, like, yeah, I'm not feeling great. But at the same time, it's like, I still think she's definitely ahead. I mean, aside from where she's at, I think she's got the movement advantage on this.
She's got the
yeah,
she's got the movement and location advantage too. She is fairly close to G4.
Yeah. Yeah, that space, like that missing space jump and not cleaning out criteria, just that ended up really hurting Craze. There was a really early point, I think it was in Green Breenstar at Green Hill Zone, where that would have been like, he could have gone up and checked some of those items, and that would have actually, I think, changed the course of the seed pretty dramatically.
I agree with that, absolutely. And picking up that minor location, there's still an interesting call. Like, if you're making these checks, are we still focused on that? It looks like we're just still going straight minors.
I mean, I mean, bowling is not that much time, and like the amount of how is this reality? I don't. You already did attic.
We've seen pretty much everything else at this point too.
Yeah, I mean, I understand this is like enough ammo, but I think given how early it turned out, like I would just go ahead and spend the extra 45 seconds or whatever it is to just like at least peep the item, especially since it's either charge or spring bowl. Okay, well she does have spring bowl, so then it has to be charge.
Vibrant being smart and taking a much better save location on this one too. Just in case the super drops don't go her way.
Yeah, the super drops don't go your way. All you have to do is like look and then it's like go refill real quick. It's not... I don't think this save is like necessarily adds like a lot. Like you're not in serious danger in the Metroid rooms here. But I mean, yeah, at the same time, like, certain optimizations at this time don't really matter. I think both are just looking to complete this seed like as quickly as possible. Okay, and yeah, she went through and did the miners using the regular missiles instead of the supers. So she's at 65-55 entering in now. Definitely a way better position to be in.
Absolutely.
Okay, and Crazed is, I'd say, maybe like 2 minutes behind. We'll see. It looks like we'll have to go ahead and check when Vibrant is finished with Baby and goes into the room right after. I mean, I still think this is Vibrant's game to lose, though. I think she's got this. At 1:30:11, Vibrant left the Baby room. With no reserve and one health, this makes me a little nervous. Okay, there we go. What does Charge give Craze over Colors without it? Well, Craze is going to have to manage her ammo and can't really... She can miss a few. She has a bit more ammo now, but they have... Vibrant only has a definitive amount of shots that they can take at Mother Brain to do a specific amount of damage. Crazed, on the other end, has Charge Beam, which you can just use an unlimited amount of times, and it's got more damage. Not sure about like the DPS ratio on that, but in terms of its like actual like speed, but there is a soft lock potential here for Vibrant, whereas there isn't one for Crazed.
The biggest thing there is room for error.
Yeah. And Vibrant's taking the save. So yeah, just as Craze is about to enter Baby Room, I'd say we're at like a 2-minute difference here.
And I do like that additional save there. Now they've got the maximum ammo. It gives them a good way to get back into this room if they miss.
Yeah, Vibrant is, yeah, you want to reset the room. She's trying to do this ice clip, but using the down back method with screw on. I personally don't know it. I think most people are able to do it. I'm definitely not one of them. I would just say it takes 7 seconds or whatever to just turn off screw attack. Just turn it off and get it done. Because this is they're not Crazed is not that far behind anymore.
Craze is definitely caught up quite a bit at this point.
Yeah.
Getting through Baby Skip here, going for his regenerate, and he's not going to have to go back to reclaim any missiles for any reason whatsoever. So he is in pretty good shape here.
This is actually, considering where we were like maybe 20 minutes ago, this is surprisingly close. Okay,
and
there
we go. We get the Zeb skip. So it could all come down to the movement on getting out of here, which, with having that space jump, might make things a little bit easier, but it's not going to have a major impact.
Yeah. I also feel like Crazed is going to go a little bit more cavalier and be a bit less careful on hitting. Yeah.
Alright, and we're going to get our first MB2 phase here.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like Crazed is having a little bit of difficulty with the skip, choosing to just ammo it as Vibrant is entering into Mother Brain 2.
It's going to buy Vibrant a little bit of time here, because Craze is going to need those missiles. Oh, no, they made sure to stop at 10. So they're in pretty good shape to break the glass here.
Yeah. I mean, really, as long as Vibrant nails all the supers, or maybe most, I'm not sure on the exact math, but she's definitely got like a commanding lead on it, and obviously wants to just watch the health as well.
Byron being very careful with their supers here. Doing
Whoa!
very
There we go. All right,
and
catch
final
up.
supers away.
But not damaging down all the way. So we're gonna take a little bit of time here. You want to go down to just above 3 tanks to prevent Mother Brain doing this. And as that's happening, we're getting ketchup on Crazed. Yeah, this is, again, Vibrant's got this, I think, but this is really close.
This may be the closest race I've seen yet.
You need to watch Mass versus Ace in week 1. That has got to be the most back and forth amazing race I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, the first one I got to be a part of this particular season, it was about a 10 to 14 second difference in the finale of that one as well. So we've had some good close races.
Yeah, no, we've definitely had a bunch of really good close races. I gotta say, I'm really loving like the mystery tournament and like all the settings and just all the different strategies of that people are putting forth in these. I think they're all like super fun.
I'm enjoying it as well because we're seeing a lot of different techniques come out from the runners as well, for a lot more detailed tricks and techniques that they can try. And honestly, it's really cool to see that level of expertise that they practice throughout all of that time and seeing it come out.
Okay, at 136, we've got Baby Down, and we'll just call that 136.9 for entering into Mother Brain 3.
I don't think Craze quite has the energy to have been able to pull off the stand-up glitch. I think you need a couple more E-tanks for that comfortably.
And 136.29. So yeah, we're literally 23 seconds, if I remember numbers, behind. So it's going to be a 23-second difference. I don't think that's, unless something goes wrong movement-wise during the escape, that's it.
I mean, that's a save the animals difference right there.
Yeah, I think at this you're not saving anything. you're trying to save yourself at this point. But this is also probably one of the most frustrating parts of racing is if you're in escape and you see that dot done. That's a for sure feels bad, man. Vibrant's having a pretty clean escape though. Just like making our way through this.
Absolutely, very nice escape going on, and you're making your way up pretty quickly here.
I don't see any issues with climb either, especially since we've both got speed, unless like one of them missed like a behemoth spark or something like that, and Vibrant just nailing it. So yeah, this is done unless we get some vegan power over here. I don't think we're eating Beyond Meat for dinner tonight though. Let's see. Nope. All right, get your GGs in chat. Vibrant is about to wrap this up. And that's it. In first place is Vibrant Colors. On-screen time is 1:38:03.
Beautiful finish up there too. Like, it's been a tough race already, and you way to just finish it out strong there. Keep up the energy and just such a clean escape.
Let's see if we can get both of them in for interviews.
And Craze finishing up their run now as well. And we're going to be looking at a time about 1:38. Yep, 1:38, almost 40. So about 37-second difference there between the two. Honestly, that's still pretty close, all things considered.
Yeah, in chat, it looks like. Oh, sorry, not in chat, but it looks like we're joined by a System of Vibrant Colors and Crazed Gamer. GG's to both of you.
Thank you. GG's.
GG's.
Yeah,
Wow,
great
that-
race for sure, guys.
So, let me guess. Charge was in bowling.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
Bowling missiles.
Damn it.
There was so many times you were so close to bowling. Even especially in the minor check where you'd already done attic. It's like, just go get charged, you're so close. But regardless of that, I mean, for an hour and 38 minutes for the both of you, it's pretty crazy it came down to that 30 seconds. I would say the big moment that had like a really big pivot though, or at least two of them. One would be Crazed Gamer finding charge, and the other is Vibrant. You went up and checked some of the other criteria checks, whereas Crazed Gamer went ahead and skipped those, and that's where Space Jump was. Which allowed for getting, some of the other like movement like a lot smoother through like a lot of the seed.
I wasn't paying attention to the
Something I
credits.
realized during these 10 minutes of delay is that, I was in Torian, right? And I had my stack of 3 Metroids in the 4th room. I had 58 supers, and I killed them with 5 missiles. I came 1 super short. And I do my thing, and then I realize, wait, I'm 1 super short.
Yeah, that was.
I can't believe that mattered.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Every projectile can make a difference, no matter how small. It came down to that, and once it was like, I think it was you were 1 short, but then when you supered the door instead of missiling it, that's where it meant there was no way. And apparently there was a heat shield.
Yep, at Powerbomb's maze.
Wow. Yeah, well, I mean that would have been one of the other ones. Varia was definitely hidden away, although Vibrant, you definitely passed that in more upfront and were able to get that like a lot quicker. Where that was definitely something you were looking for a bit more towards the end. But how did both of you feel about the seeds like as you're running it? Because Vibrant, you were looking for ammo. Crazed, you were looking for Varia. What was going through your minds as you were playing the seed?
So I thought, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, Vibrant has to be ahead of me. Like there was no way. I was going back and forth. I'm like, all right, here's next. Like I get speed booster. I'm like, okay, Varia is behind Dragon. Cool. It's not. I'm like, all right, what else can I check? Because I was like, in my head, I'm starting to run out of things. So I'm like, all right, well, game just gave me Ice Beam. Am I supposed to go to X-Ray? So I tried that, and it was High Jump. I'm like, okay, what else am I supposed to do? And then I remembered, all right, I guess we can do Ice Clip to Shack Tool. And then as I'm going to East Meridian, I'm like, oh, wait, Plasma is also a statue. So, like, let's go check that. And that's where it was.
Yeah, I mean, that did end up being what you needed to do, but you also had speed at that point, which would have gotten you Batoon access, right?
Yeah, but that's not a Chozo statue, so I didn't care about that.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that's fair.
And Vibrant, how were you feeling throughout the seed?
I feel like I played everything wrong, and I had no idea how it could come that close because I felt like I was 20, 30 minutes behind. It would have been much faster if I just decided to go check Shack Tool and bowling. But yeah, who goes for minors in a Chozo seed? That I don't remember for next time.
Yeah, you also
Then
took.
these areas. In the early game, I wanted to find Harpenhofer. I just could not find it. It was hidden furthest possible away from Criteria.
Yeah, that was not ideal.
Harpenhofer always is the goose. It just always does. Not this time, but that's my motto. I must find Harpenhofer and it's gonna have what I want. it worked because it had ice beam, I think. I don't remember anymore. No, Croc had ice beam, but Croc was in
Yeah,
open
Crockett
order.
Ice. Yeah.
And that actually sent me back towards my idea, and I got the Vaya suit. That I felt like I wrote it well. But I don't know. I think there was a lot of time lost thinking here and there. I I screwed up my notes once again, where I put criteria at this location, which is not the case, that was my idea. So once again, I cannot use a pen, unfortunately.
One of the other things that happened that was a bit of a difference is you ended up taking a death 2 minutes in at the side hoppers.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, we were wondering if maybe it's like with that 2 minute loss, you were already, it's like starting the seed, like feeling a bit jolted, as in like, oh, I'm already behind. I need to like start catching up, start going through, and like playing it like a little bit differently.
Definitely, that did matter a lot. I was surprised because I did not look at my health, because normally I would still have 80 health, but I got hit by the gamer twice, so I did not have 80 health.
Yeah.
Should have worked.
Yeah, that meme route check can be brutal, especially if there's no E-tanks. I believe, yeah, those side hoppers do 90 damage. So, you know, if you're at full health, you get one hit and that's it. And that could also potentially not be, if it's not an area rando, then you need to go back. Or kill the side hoppers
Yeah, but
somehow.
you do have
too.
iframes to come back at least, if it's area random.
Yeah, if it's area rando, you have frames to come back. But if it turns out to not be an area rando, and you've already taken a hit getting in, you need to get back unscathed. So it's definitely a risky check.
You're coming to meme route at that point. That's what I was hoping for doing that check. That it was actually a meme route. I had 10 supers, 5 power bombs. It's the ideal setup.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that was a super interesting match. I hope both of you get a chance to watch it back. There was a lot of twists and turns. It definitely seemed like Vibrant, you had a pretty commanding lead at one point, but then there was the ammo situation in Turian, and then Crazed like really put it into like full gear and was able to make a lot of the time back. It ended up being a really exciting close match. It was really fun to watch. Before we close this out, do either of you have anything else you want to mention about the seed or the gameplay?
Yeah, I'll just mention that in last week's match, I took a death to the side hoppers, which is why I was like very cautiously going about that. And I was like hoping for area rando as I usually do for this tournament. But when like if it wasn't, I'd be like, all right, well, I don't know what to do. But I knew I had to at least check it, and whatever happens. And then once I saw its area, I'm like, okay, well, it's green Bryn. I have to full clear it and I have to explore. So it's going to be a while before I get to criteria. And I hope there's nothing up there, which, I mean, granted, I missed space jump, but at the same time, in addition to me forgetting that plasma statue was a thing, I also forgot bomb statue was a thing. So just that worked out.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and Vibrant, do you have anything you want to add?
I was confused by that early game, now we mentioned it, because I thought, because I found progression in Brainstar, that it meant that there had to be bombs, morphboard bombs or power bombs on Bomb Torizo. But I did not think about just using supers to get to the Red Brainstar elevator in Criteria. It's a bit of an interesting twist that, despite my art of logic between quotation marks power bombs, because it was not a natural stage here, we happen to go in reverse. So, in a way, there was a meme route, right? Does that count? And finally, I'm pretty happy that this race ended up being close, because close races are the best to watch.
Those races definitely hold a lot of excitement, for sure. Knowing that just the slightest thing can turn in either person's favor.
Yeah, this is definitely a great, close race. Can't wait for you both to watch it back. I think that's going to wrap us up here for this race. We've got something else coming on stream shortly. We have more matches later today for the mystery tournament. We have one at 3:10 p.m. on SpeedGaming. That's Bressingham versus Break Jake, and then we've got one later tonight at 5:25 with Count Cranberry and A0 also on SpeedGaming. So hopefully there'll be more of it. You can go ahead and check out later today. You can always go to -rando.net and find out more about the tournament. And yeah, just wanted to say thanks to both runners for putting on a great show. Thanks to Nubian God for tracking, and then thanks to Nerdvania for doing comms today.
Absolutely, and it was definitely a pleasure to do comms with you as well.
Thanks. All right. Well, with that, I think that's going to do it for us. So thanks, everyone, and we'll see you for the next game. Take care.
Have a great day, guys.